Hello, good day. How are you today? You're good, right? Okay, are you ready for today's lesson? You are? That is good. So, today in food and nutrition, we're going to be looking at food components. Okay, our topic for today in food and nutrition it's on food components. So, are you ready for the lesson? Okay, so first we're going to be looking at the meaning of food components. Food components refer to the different types of substances present in food that can contribute to its nutritional content. These components can be broadly categorized into macronutrients and micronutrients. Okay, do you understand? Food components are the different types of substances found in the food we eat. Okay, and these components can be broadly classified into two categories: macronutrients and micronutrients. Okay, macronutrients consist of carbohydrates, which provide energy for our body, proteins, help in the growth and repair of tissues, and fats, act as a concentrated source of energy. Do we understand? And in the micronutrients, it consists of vitamins and minerals. Okay, these are essential for various functions in our body, such as supporting the immune system, maintaining healthy skin. Okay, do we understand that? Good. So we now know the meaning of food components, right? Okay. We now know the meaning of food components. Now we are going to be looking at these components through cooking methods. Okay. So first we're going to be looking at the heat transfer methods. The heat transfer methods is used in the kitchen, okay? Imagine cooking as a scientific adventure where we apply heat to modify and enhance the properties of food. Do we understand? Let's think about how we cook these foods, okay? There are three ways we transfer heat when cooking. Conduction, the direct transfer of heat through a substance. For example, when you're cooking food in a pan, heat is conducted from the stove to the pan and then to the food. Do you understand that? Conduction. You can think of it like a game of hot potato, where heat travels directly through a substance, okay? This happens when you place a pan on a stove and the heat moves from the burner to the pan and then to the food. Do you get that? It's like passing heat directly. When you cook in a pan, the heat goes from the stove to the pan and then to your food. Okay, good. Convection, the transfer of heat through the movement of liquids or gases. An example is boiling water. Heat is transferred through the movement of heated water. Do we understand that? Convection. When you boil water, the heat moves as the water circulates, cooking your pasta evenly, okay? Do we understand that? You can think of it as heat moving through air or water, like boiling water, okay? The heat spreads through the water, cooking whatever is in it, okay? And then the third way we transfer heat when cooking, radiation. The transfer of heat through electromagnetic waves. This is how the sun's heat reaches the earth. In cooking, a broiler in an oven uses radiation to cook food. Do we understand? Radiation. This is the heat traveling in waves. Your oven's broiler uses radiation to cook the top of your food. Okay? Do we understand that? Okay, good. So when we cook, we are not just making food hot. We are using these methods to transform our food components into delicious meals, okay? It's like a tasty science experiment in the kitchen. Do you understand? Good. Now that we have covered how heat works in cooking, let's look at the specific way to use it, okay? The dry heat method. This involves cooking without the use of moisture. Examples include baking, roasting, grilling, and frying. Baking is commonly used for bread and cakes, roasting for meats, grilling for vegetables, and frying for various foods. Do we understand that? Dry heat method, okay, it involves cooking without adding any water or liquid. Imagine cooking without adding water. That is dry heat method, okay? It's like giving your food a heat hug to make it crispy and golden. Do you understand? And there are a few cool techniques of this, like baking. Baking is like making magic happen in the oven, okay? Cakes, cookies, and bread all come to life through the dry heat of baking. Do you understand? Then roasting. Imagine your oven turning into a flavor powerhouse, okay? Picture your oven as a flavor booster for meats, giving them a delicious brown outside. Okay, another technique we have grilling. It's like having a barbecue adventure. Grilling uses direct dry heat from below, giving that smoky goodness to things like burgers. And lastly, frying. This is sizzling excitement. Frying things in hot oil to make them crispy, like fries and chicken. Do you understand? So the dry heat method is all about transforming ingredients with the power of heat, making them crunchy, golden, and downright delicious. Okay, it's like turning your kitchen into a flavor laboratory. Do we understand? Okay, so now that we have mastered the art of cooking with dry heat, let's dive into another kitchen superpower, okay? Moist heat method. Moist heat method. This involves cooking with the addition of moisture. Examples include boiling, steaming, simmering, and poaching. Boiling is often used for pasta and vegetables, steaming for fish and vegetables, simmering for stews, and poaching for delicate foods like eggs. Do we understand that? Unlike the dry heat method, moist heat involves using water, steam, or other liquids to cook. Okay, it's like giving your food a gentle simmering spa treatment. Do we understand that? And the technique used in moist heat method, boiling. It's like a hot tub for your ingredients. Boiling cooks things like pasta and vegetables in hot water. Okay? Then steaming. Imagine your food getting a steamy sauna section. Okay? Steaming uses steam to cook, keeping things moist and flavorful, and is great for fish and vegetables. Okay? Good. Then simmering. This is like a cozy low temperature hug for your ingredients. Soups and stews love simmering, creating rich flavors over time. And lastly, poaching. Think of it as a gentle bath for delicate foods. Poaching cooks things like eggs and fish in simmering liquid, keeping them tender. Okay? Do we understand? So moist heat is like a spa day for your food, keeping it juicy and full of flavor. Is the relaxed side of cooking, okay? So while dry heat gives that golden crunch, moist heat is like soothing spa day for your food, keeping it juicy and full of flavor. Okay? Good. So today's lesson on food components, we understood everything. We did right. We said food components is classified into two categories: macronutrients and micronutrients. We say the macronutrients involves carbohydrates for energy, proteins for growth, and fats for various functions. Then the micronutrients involves essential vitamins and minerals for overall health, right? Okay, good. Then we looked at heat transfer methods. We say there are three ways, right? Conduction, direct heat transfer like cooking in a pan. Convection, heat transfer through liquids or gases, seen in boiling water, right? Then radiation, heat transfer through waves, used in oven broilers. We said that. Then we looked at the dry heat method. It involves techniques like baking, roasting, grilling, and frying without adding moisture, right? Then lastly, we looked at moist heat method. It involves using water or steam for cooking, and the techniques include boiling, steaming, simmering, and poaching, right? So we understood everything on today's lesson. Okay, that is good. So next we are going to be looking at our assignment. I'm sure you're going to be able to do the assignment, right? It's easy. Okay, that is good.